Dr. Okwesilieze Nwodo, the former national chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and former governor of Enugu State, has bemoaned the maltreatment of the Igbos by the Nigerian state. Nwodo made this assertion on Thursday during the interview on Arise TV monitored by Ripples Nigeria. According to the elder statesman, the Igbos have been repeatedly neglected by successive administrations since the return of democracy in 1999, citing the instance of opportunities created for youth in the Niger Delta during the height of oil pipeline sabotage in the 2000s. Nwodo further recalled how the mantra of no victor, no vanquished, which ended the civil war, was yet to be actualized due to the continued marginalization of the Southeast. The country have created enough opportunities for the Niger Delta. Why is the Southeast always marginalized, even though at the end of the war we said no victor, no vanquished? For years it was an anathema for anyone from the Southeast to head crucial posts. We endured for years. I think Nigeria owes the Southeast a lot. We are supposed to be given a zonal economic commission, but we don't have it. This has led our youth into despondency and agitations. Nobody listens but labeled them terrorists just for wanting a level playing field. What have the Igbos done that is so unforgivable for us to be marginalized this way? Nwodo asked. The former Enugu state governor also advocated for a restructuring of the country due to the complexities involved in redressing the challenges bedeviling the country. We need a president who will look at the political and economic situation of the country. The solution is to diversify and look at other sectors capable of bringing income. This can be done via restructuring. What else needs to be done for us to realize that the current system is not working? For example, there is a need to decentralize the police due to the complexities of the country for better policing. A centralized government in a federation is an anomaly. Just imagine if every region maximizes their potentials. Of course, President Muhammadu Buhari means well, but the situation wasn't favorable, Nwodo said. Okay, oh, that is the question and what baffles me. Now, this whole thing goes beyond whether you got this or you don't get this. For example, I'm always making an instance when it comes to this Niger Delta. They have the NDDC, and you begin to ask yourself, can you beat your chest, or can every Niger Deltan beat his or her chest to say, yes, this NDDC or whatever, that it has have benefited from it? Oh, I am proud to be a Niger Deltan person. Can we ask ourselves that kind of question? Can those people really come out and beat their chest? Yes, we are from Niger Delta, we have done this, we are benefiting. What do? They will still select individuals. They will select all these Igbo wagers, all the militants. They will settle them. So the ones that cannot talk, they will just be quiet. So in as much they have settled the militants, that is it. You that you are suffering, you continue to suffer, even if you came from that region. So to me, all this marginalization here and there, of course, it's a way of all everybody to be concerned. Everybody has to be concerned, but it goes beyond that, because the people who are benefiting this whole thing are the so-called leaders those who are parading themselves as leaders. They are the ones benefiting from this whole thing. If you talk about the northerners who are getting all these juicy positions, but go and check their people, they are more miserable than every other person in this whole world. Honestly, I didn't know miserable. See the level of illiteracy, see the level of poverty, the level of sickness, the level of hunger, the level of what do we call? See insecurity. See, they are, in fact, a normal human being will not even want to emulate or to just, I want to be like these people. No, 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 no. And they have already conditioned the people's mind to make them believe that yes, we are in charge for nothing. It may be out of it's not up to, I don't think it's up to 3%, yes, up to 3%, or it's not up to 1% of the population who falls in the category of politicians that are enjoying the dividends of, oh, the north is ruling, the north is in charge. No, the 99.9% of the rest people from the north, they are suffering. So when you begin to talk about positions and all of that, that is another way that these so-called leaders or the political elites, the politicians and elders are manipulating the people. You are not talking, they are not talking about you, but those who are going to get the position. You should not get the position. Will that change the policy? Will that change the economy, the face of the economy for the better, so that I will benefit from it? I will continue to say it because they are always diverting the attention of the Nigerian people. And the Nigerian people will begin to chase shadows instead of facing or chasing the substance. Now, I could remember when Buhari came in the second time in 2019, he said, yes, I have fulfilled my promise. And I was just wondering, he was telling the Kano people and some of the northern states, oh, I have fulfilled, he said, I have fulfilled my promise. And I said, what kind of promise has this man fulfilled? You just entered. And the fulfillment of his promise was he has been able to give that in one state they had a 3 ministers, and I just shook my head. I shook my head. You gave 3 ministers came from that state. So what has that got to do with the economy? What has that got to do with the millions? 3 people. Does it mean that the people with the salaries they are going to be getting, are they going to be feeding the rest of the people in the state? So because you have given them this thing, so they will not drink water. Once they drink water, if they even see the water to drink, they will be satisfied. Yes, our person is there. Drink water. We have 3 people at who have ministers. Is that all about it? And that is the same thing all these politicians across board are always doing. Oh, our people are not being this thing. They are not being remunerated. They are not being given appointments. This and this and that. What has that got to do with you that you cannot pay your children's school fees? You cannot even boast of a 3 square meal a day. What has that got to do with all this nonsense appointments? Who cares about the appointments? And unfortunately, the people themselves are engrossed with all this with this narrative. Yeah, we have not. They are marginalizing us. That's they are changing the narrative, and that is why we cannot even get it right. Even the people who are suffering too, they are just like, hey, yes, our people are not being given appointments. If they bring appointment, are they going to give it to you? Will everybody be giving appointments? It's not possible. So that is why this Igbo presidency too, I don't understand it. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be business as usual. It's going to be business as usual. The so-called the youth from southeast regions are facing is the same thing other youth from other regions, the same thing they are facing, just that they are not channeling it to the extent of, okay, we have gotten it to this level, we want to go our separate ways. It is the same thing. The youth in the north and the ordinary and average person in all the 6 geopolitical zones, they don't have a different market. It's the same thing, that is the same hardship that is biting everybody, or biting somebody from the other side, is biting the other people. So I don't understand. So what are we talking about? It goes beyond all these things that these guys are talking about. It's not by hatred or whatever. When you talk about the hatred, it's amongst you people who wants to get position or the other. And once you get it, and that is it. Now, Ogbonaya is the Minister for Science and Technology. Who else again? Chris Ngige, he got appointment. Nwajuba, the Minister for Education or whatever at state level. At the end of the day, they tell me of what use, because we still have a few of them. It might not be as the other regions, but at the end of the day, who all of those things can't help, even the ones that even have many of these appointments from the northern region. How has the appointment helped an ordinary person on the streets? To me, no, there's nothing to think of, to write home about all of these things. It's unfortunate. Where we are supposed to channel our grievances is different from where we are channeling them to. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.